Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. Back's got it again. The Sooners pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Chris, Oklahoma has had their run of quarterbacks and receivers in recent years, and we know they can throw the football. But anybody goes back to Barry Switzer and Bud Wilkinson, you know that Oklahoma is all about their ability to have a running game. Beautiful play right there. And I know the Sooner fans are proud of that.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And the ball is picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that right play. The Volunteers will come to the line and crank up the tempo. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. There would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. They'll run it from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Hawkins. He's going for a big play downfield. And is intercepted.
Well, I feel like the quarterback just stared down his intended target, brought that safety who's sitting back in cover 2 right over to make that interception. I'm putting that one on the quarterback.
And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Quarterback making some changes at the line. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. How about that, Kurt? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game to tie the game is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. We'll start at the 25. The Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. The ball is hustled to the line to run the hurry up. To throw, it's Ayamaleva. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And they keep the drive going. It's a 1st down to the 46. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a 1st down. The Volunteers pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. He's going to take off here. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. You saw an opening and just went for it. And the Volunteers will line up on 1st and 10. Trying to run it. It's Lewis. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going or will they have to settle for 3? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that 1st down.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. Now, it wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. Right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Returner looking to create better field position. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Rush set it down for the offense. 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Running with purpose. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break 1 tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining 1st quarter of play. Looking to throw. It's Hawkins. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
You set it down for the offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. The pass rush closing in. And the freshman making an impact play there.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Keeping it on the ground here. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this 1st quarter run out. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards on that third down completion. Sets up a fourth down.
Good job here by the defense on third down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Had to reluctantly settle for a field goal last time out. Really want to find the end zone here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40. The Vols will crank up the tempo.
That's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who was on that 98 National Championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you think about the Tennessee Vols.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Motion now from the tight end. Here's the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Scanning the field. It's Ayamaleva. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Can he take it all the way? Now the 40. Inside the 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking for some space. It's Lewis. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Handoff here from the shotgun. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker. The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Crosses the 45. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a 1st down. The Volunteers come to the line to run the hurry up.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The Vols are going to keep this drive moving. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Jukes past the defender. He's in the clear. What a move. Makes one man miss, picks up the first down before they stop him.
Boy, great throw and a first down for Tennessee, and they are in business. This quarterback is playing well, and, you know, Chris, they are able to recruit the nation when it comes to quarterback play because of the history and tradition they have. Started really with Peyton Manning, but has worked its way through. Think about T. Martin, won the national title in '98. Hendon Hooker, what he did a few years ago. Go back to Josh Dobbs. Boy, they've had some great quarterbacks that have played here.
Movement here from the tight end. And now the handoff. Fighting off the defender. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
There's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. The offense gets set for the 10th play on this drive. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The Volunteers pick up enough yards to move the sticks. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Bishop. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. They convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Looking downfield, it's Ayamaleva. Trying to use his legs to make the first down, couldn't get there, and now it's a 4th down call. Defense calls their third and final timeout of the half now. So a field goal attempt coming up now. And this one is right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He's going to pull it down and run. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short game. The Sooners come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. Here comes the up-tempo offense. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time, and the ball is loose. The defense recovers the fumble.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create and make something, anything happen, but he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting the ball away.
Bringing pressure. Running back has it on a screen now. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. To the air, it's Ayamaleva. Trying to extend the play. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Trying to connect from 41 yards away. He knocks this one right through. And that puts them back on top.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And looking to throw now on first down. Nice grab. It's Hicks. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this away to start the second half. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
Back to pass. It's Ayamaleva. He's looking to scramble. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up, a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this is exactly what the defense talked about in halftime, coming up with a stop to start this second half. Now they've done that on this third down. We'll see what happens with the decision on fourth down, but the defense looks at a very different kind of energy to start the second half.
With the return, it's Sawchuk, and the returner will be brought down. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Gonna run it. It's Hicks.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The DB's backing off from the line now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down. The Sooners hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Scanning the field. It's Hawkins. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Bit too far away to trust a field goal attempt. The offense on the field on fourth down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
Finding some room at the 25. Steps out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, some show of life from this offense.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
The Sooners line up on 1st and 10 now. The pocket breaking down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Here's the second down play. Takes the handoff again. And he's brought down there.
Coaches told us in pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, And he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That puts them on top in the second half. So with playoff pressure curve, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. The kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. The quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Ayamaleva. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking for some space. It's Bishop. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
I like the call here. Third down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on third down and long.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And he throws his third interception of the day. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, that's his third interception in this game alone. If he's going to stay in this game, he's got to do a better job of protecting the football.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Look at him out throwing here to start the drive. He's moving out of the pocket. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
When they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receivers. Another good example of it there for the first down.
Caught near the goal line. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
they'll set up for the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. The kickoff will bounce right into the end zone for a touchback. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Balls come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Can he make it to the marker? The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
And the Vols starting a new series here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Ayamaleva. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Volunteers are on the move here. Looking to throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bishop. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Going to try to use his legs here. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up fourth down. The Vols will look to convert here on fourth down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Trying for a fourth down completion. He'll try a pass here. Grab down the middle. It's Brazel. Tackle at the 33. That's good enough for a first down. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown, Vols. Strong game by this quarterback. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And the single back takes the handoff. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Slides down to avoid the tackle. That's a solid run. Good for first down yardage. Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's the risk you take as a coach running this style of offense. And really, as a quarterback, you know that there's a chance you're going to get hit like that. And boy, did he get annihilated by this defense. I'm just happy that he got up and ready to play that next play.
Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Dropping back. It's Hawkins. Here's a screen pass to the running back. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. And the Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers and the vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Pressure is coming. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring out second down.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He's running out of time here. But a quick stop by the defense. He just chewed, so it's 3rd and 8. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
The Volunteers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Dropping back, it's Ayamaleva. And here comes a deep shot. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Tackle made after just a short game. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. It's 1st down and 5 after the penalty. Handoff in a single back formation. Runs through the defender. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And there's the handoff. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? The defense showing blitz here. They're going to run it. Got a lane. Can he get in? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Extra point try coming now. Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Kickoff a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. This This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Defense is coming after him. With the catch, it's Staley. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
It's caught downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And the Volunteers hustle to the line to run that hurry up. Looking to pass. It's Ayamaleva. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. The offense spends a timeout here. There's 16 seconds remaining.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
The ball's with 1st and 10 here. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Touchdown, Volunteers. This offense really clicking. The quarterback who can escape and score. What a weapon for that offense.
Well, quarterbacks with legs like this are so much harder to prepare for and defend than your more traditional quarterbacks. That kind of speed, that kind of creativity makes it almost impossible to defend him and keep him cooped up all game.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fair catch made at the 20. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. It's the coach's favorite formation, victory formation. Quarterback just takes a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.